guys, today I'm going to show you how I turned myself into Hela from Thor Ragnarok. I am so uncomfortable right now in this bodysuit. I am like leaning backwards because this is not meant to be sat in. It took me way too long to get back down on the ground after putting this on. And I have to finish a TikTok after this. But I'm going to shut up now so I can get up and we'll jump straight into the video. So I'm going... For this video, I'm going to be following Alyson Tabbitha's tutorial. And I also have no idea when this video is going up. When I'm filming this, it's February 17th. And I've been sick like the past week or so. And I'm just getting over this cold and it's been driving me up a damn wall. So she started off with her face in the video, which honestly makes sense. So I'm going to do that as well. I'm going to start off with the NYX Shine Killer primer, and I'm going to put that just on my nose, because that's where I get oily the most. A couple of weeks ago, my cousin was over visiting and we were filming together for our own channel. And we made a discovery while setting up the camera to film. And that is that the viewfinder on my camera, I've had this camera for 5 years now, and we have just discovered that the viewfinder can flip over so that when we're sitting in front of the lens, we can see ourselves. And I am so salty about that. That could have saved me so much time over the past 5 years setting up this camera. Turning the camera on, hitting record, sitting down, waiting a couple seconds, then getting back up, stopping the recording, and then looking at that clip to see if we're in shot and adjusting as needed. And also that time, before I got a tripod, I used to set this camera down on my nightstand and get a little mirror and put that behind the viewfinder so I could look and see that way if I was in shot. But I'm glad I have it now because I'm sure it saved me like 5-10 minutes on setting up this camera. Now I'm going to take the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Primer, and this is going to go pretty much along my T-zone. Because that's where my pores are the biggest and that's where I have the most texture. And I want that gone. Though I am kind of breaking out a bit because my period's coming and my diet hasn't been the greatest over the past couple weeks because I have so many cravings when I get on my period and because I've been sick and I just want the worst kinds of food you could possibly eat when you're sick, probably. Exhibit A, Dr. Pepper, not sponsored. Now I don't have all the products that Alyson Tabbitha used. I actually think I only have one exact product that she used, and I bought this specifically because she used it. I'm so sorry about the flashing. There's a mirror right here where the brush was for some reason, so I'm just going to do it like this so that the ring light doesn't flash you too terribly, and it's just the plastic that flashes you, but even that's not that bad. But I bought this off Amazon, this little palette, specifically to do this, to do the contouring. So I'm going to go in with the NYX Total Control foundation in the shade Light. This is not a full coverage foundation. This is definitely more of a medium coverage. But I don't really like full coverage foundations all that much because, especially right now, because my skin has been super dry because it's February. Like even now you can tell, you can see that my skin is dry with just this foundation. And it also just looks cakey on me, and I don't really like it. I like medium coverage foundations because it's more, or at least for costumes, because it's obviously more than light coverage. Like a skin tint, it's more than the skin tint I always use. But it's not heavy like a full coverage. And especially because my skin's not used to a full face of makeup anymore, because ever since I started school back in November, I haven't worn a full face in a long time. And I'm going to set that with the NYX HD Finishing Translucent Powder. and a big fluffy brush. Ah, it's time for the contouring. So the product I'm going to be using to contour my face is the same product that she used, and that is this e.l.f. eyeshadow palette. It's this e.l.f. eyeshadow palette that I got off Amazon. She mixed the ones that say lid and line. So that's what I'm going to do. She started with her cheeks. So under the apples of my cheeks and up to the edge of my hairline. Okay. Okay. Every time I dip back into the palette, I am absolutely tapping off the excess because I don't want to screw this up. And I also know that my nose is going to look horrible because it's all dry from all the tissues I've been using while being sick. I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder. I'm trying not to do that too much. I'm trying to look directly at the camera, but it's hard. And right now, this looks so harsh. But like in person, it does not look that bad. And I'm also taking more of the lighter shade than the darker shade. Did her jaw as well. Lord knows I need jaw contour. Oh god, that looks so harsh. Oh my god, it looks so... I swear, I don't know if this is going to show up in the final video. Because a lot of times when I say stuff like this and then I go back and edit it, I don't see anything of what I'm talking about. But like right now looking at it, I'm terrified because this looks so harsh. Even though it is so blended in person. Jawline. I feel like I should also mention that I never contour anything other than my cheeks. Okay, I'm going one bit at a time here. So under the apples of her cheeks next to the sides of her mouth. So I guess on me that would be about there. I'm going to go in with a smaller clean brush and just kind of go over these lines because I feel like they're super harsh. Or maybe they're supposed to be harsh, I don't know. Wonderful, now I get to do my nose. I hate this. I think I'm going to go in with a smaller brush for my nose so I can control it a bit better. Did I not grab the brush I thought I did for this? Okay, that's cool. I'll just make this one I'm not going to dip back into the palette for this. I'm just going to start with what's left on the brush. Just going to dip a little bit. And I'm squeezing the bristles like super flat or super tight together. Oh, I should probably mention what convention I'm going to if you haven't been following me for long. I am going to Fan Expo Dallas at the Kay Bailey Hutchison Convention Center in Dallas, Texas, and it's happening March 27th through March 29th, so it's like the last weekend of March. Right now my lineup looks like it's going to be Carol Danvers on Friday. A lot of people call that costume like grunge Carol, where she's like in like the 9 Inch Nails shirt and all that, and she's wearing like the shield hat and everything. I'm going as that one because I'm going to be at school most of that day, but I'm leaving school early, so I needed something simple to dress into when I left school. And I've been wanting to be Carol ever since I saw Captain Marvel last year, so. And then Saturday is going to be Loki, and then Sunday is going to be Hela. And we're trying to make the helmet, or my dad's trying to make the helmet, but if it comes down to it, then I will just order the wig off Amazon. For this video, I am going to be putting on a wig that I already have. It's not the wig that I would like to use for Hela if I end up using a wig, because I don't really like this wig in general. But for this video, I'm just wearing that wig because I don't have another option. Maybe you make the tip rounded? Okay. Okay, I can do temple contour. That's fairly easy. I'll just take whatever is left on my brush. I mean, I've contoured my temples blue before. Screw it, I'll go back and dip in a little bit. I'm looking forward to doing the eyes, honestly. The eyes, I don't have to worry about thought, I don't have to worry about it looking like precise or anything. I get to be messy. Okay, highlighting, okay. So she doesn't use the lightest shade in this eyeshadow palette, this top one, to do that, so I'm not going to do that either. She uses a really light, it almost looks like a shimmery white. I don't have a shimmery white, so I'm going to take the white from my NYX Machinist Steam palette. And what brush do I want to use with this? I guess I'll use this clean one I was using to like blend out the lines down here. She highlights her nose. This actually might not be the best brush to use. Down the center of my nose. Right on the tip. I might go back in later and add like a shiny highlighter, but I don't know. I'll wait and see how I feel at the end. Okay, so she goes all under here. I've wanted to be Hela for a while now. For like a couple years. But I just haven't been able to. Because I don't know how to make a bodysuit. My parents don't know how to make a bodysuit. So, first I wanted to be like, because Birds of Prey is out now and everything, I wanted to bring Harley back, because I was Harley Quinn, the Suicide Squad version, and I wanted to bring her back because of Birds of Prey and everything. And I was like, I still want to be Hela. So I was talking about it with my mom, and we started looking up, you know, tutorials on like how to make the bodysuit and how to make the helmet, because wouldn't it be so freaking cool if I could, you know, wear that huge helmet. Then we started looking on Amazon, and we found a bodysuit to order that was like less than $100, and it had good reviews and it seemed to be good quality. So we ordered the bodysuit. My dad's like, I can try to make the helmet. And I'm like, okay, and if it comes, and I'll look for a wig so that if it comes down to it, then I will just order the wig. Okay, she takes a powder foundation on a big brush like this to blend everything in. I don't have powder foundation, and I'd rather not use the colored setting powder that I do have, because that's meant to match my normal skin tone instead of my skin when I have foundation on. So what I'm going to do is lightly go back into that translucent powder and brush that on instead. And while I do, I'm going to tell you about the slight fiasco that was the bodysuit. So ordering costumes online is always tricky, because you never know what size you're going to need depending on the costume and where it's coming from and who made it and all that. So when we found the bodysuit on Amazon, we ordered a medium because everyone was saying that it ran a little big. And the medium, for the most part, worked fine. I mean, it was a little tight. No, we ordered a large. We didn't order a medium. We ordered a large because usually I need a large. So the sleeves were really long. The legs were really long. I had a baggy crotch, and if we pulled it up, I had a baggy bust. And the boots I wanted to wear under the legs, because it's got like that, the bodysuit has like that strap where you can like hook your feet through and like wear shoes under it, and then the costume will hide what the shoes look like and all that. I couldn't wear the boots I wanted to wear because you could absolutely see the boots, and it was not a cute look. So we ordered a medium, and when it got here I tried that on, and it fit so much better than the large. Like, the large didn't necessarily not fit, but the medium was definitely better. It fit more like a bodysuit should. So then we sent the large back and got the money back and all that. And I found a different pair of boots that are shorter that will work just fine under the bodysuit. Ooh, I get to do eyes now. Sweet. Okay, so I'm going to take my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Concealer in Fair. Just a little bit, not too much at all. Like, that much, just to give myself a bit of a base. Normally I would go in with like a lot more, but that's because I don't usually do my face. I just want to kind of... Okay, I guess I do need more than that. I just kind of want to cover up my veins and stuff. But I don't want it to be a super, super light base. I think this is supposed to be like a medium to full coverage concealer to go along with their Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation, which is supposed to be a full coverage well, not supposed to be, it is a full coverage foundation because I have it at my makeup kit at school. Also, if you want to find out more about like my school and stuff, just like, I will try to remember to link my business Instagram and Facebook and YouTube channel down there. Right now on the YouTube, it's all makeup videos. I haven't posted anything related to estheticians, but you can definitely find stuff on my Facebook, on that Facebook and that Instagram about Esty stuff, and you'll find out what I've been up to. I know I have a vlog. I think a vlog is supposed to come out before this video, but honestly, I might just post this video up first because of the con and everything. But we'll see, because I'm editing a lot of videos right now, and I haven't had a lot of time to do the editing that I need to do. So I have no idea what the schedule's going to be like. Well, I also went in and set that with the same translucent powder. So let's see, she goes in with a red shade first. I do not have the eyeshadows she uses, so for the red I'm going to use the Colourpop Super Shock Shadow in Paradox. I got it off Amazon, I don't know if it still exists. Let's see, she starts by winging it out first, up to her eyebrow. And she's doing this on like a flutter brush, so that's what I'm going to do too. I don't usually do this, but you know, this isn't a normal eye look. And then she's kind of like winging it out or something. It's definitely a wing. And then that inner corner is always empty of eyeshadows. That is definitely a thing. And it's like dragged down like along the side of the nose. And she kind of fills in the empty space a little bit. I'm going with a different brush now because I don't think this is working very well. At least not how I want it to. That's a little better. So I'm just going in with the flatter brush to get the general shape first, like the outline. And then I'm going in with that thicker brush to pack that color on. And then she's going under her eye with the color. So I'm going to do that too, with the thicker brush. How far does she take it though? Now the thing about Hela's eye makeup is that sometimes it is cleaner, sometimes it is messier. I'm doing messier. So I'm taking it all the way along my lower lid, and I'm dragging it back up outside my eye, connecting it to the rest of it and like dragging it out and stuff. And I'm dragging it lower under my eye. I'm just being super messy with it. I'm not caring so much about precision anymore, not like I did with the lines in here. It doesn't even have to be super blended either. I will say that the one thing I don't like about this particular eyeshadow is I really have to dig into it to get enough product out for my taste. And that is my one complaint, and also why I don't use it very often, or not just for cosplays, but also in regular everyday makeup. She's really emphasizing it up here, so I'm going to do that too. Okay, now she's doing purple. For the purple, I'm going to go into my Milani Gilded Noir palette, and I'm going to take the shade Fuzzy. Okay, so she's putting it on top of the red. Hopefully this is the right purple. We're about to find out. Oh, I think it, oh dope, it is. I'm not covering the red completely like she says. You're just supposed to do it on top lightly, letting the red still show through some. So that's what I'm going to do. And I've still got some red on the brush, so on this brush, so I think that helps quite a bit. And right around now is when it's going to start to look like you have a bit of a black eye. My gut's telling me to blend this out, this line up here, to blend it out. But no, 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 no. Don't do it. Don't do it, Opal. Don't do it, Opal. Don't do it. I actually like not having to worry about blending that out. It's nice. Ooh, that was too much purple right there. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Sometimes I don't use this purple very often. It's been a minute. I forget how pigmented this palette is when I don't use it for a minute. I must say, Fan Expo has got a good lineup this year for Dallas, but that's also bad for my wallet. If anything down here is looking too harsh for my taste, then I'm just taking that brush I use to apply the white eyeshadow on my face, and I'm just lightly going along it, just so it looks a bit messy, less harsh, less defined. It's time for the black. I'm gonna take the other end of this brush, with the fluffier part that's supposed to be like the blending brush, and I'm going to apply the black that way. And I'm using the black from this palette called Dark Side. Oh! Black scares me. Again, I'm leaving the inner corner free. And this goes all over the eyelid, up on top of these eyeshadows. Ooh, now we talking. I'm blending some of the eyeshadows up into my eyebrow a little bit, both the purple and red and the black. Just kind of like into the very start of my eyebrows. God, doing this is just kind of like an eraser almost. Oh, this is the first time I'm looking into the viewfinder with the black on. Ooh, that's terrifying. Okay. I'm kind of hopping back a little bit. I don't think that my cheek contour is quite defined enough, so I'm just gonna go back in and just resharpen it. I think it's just a matter of playing around with the contour shade and the highlight shade and just going back and just kind of fiddling with it on the eyes as well. I think next time I would take the red and the purple and put that on my eyelids as well, and then go over top of that with the black maybe. Not as much purple and red as around the eye, but definitely a little bit, just to make it a bit darker and a bit easier to blend out at the inner corner while still keeping the inner corner blank. Back in with that white eyeshadow. I'm taking it on a smaller brush, and this is gonna go on the inner corner. Following that line. I don't think I made my line long enough, but I'm following that, and I'm doing a couple layers of that to make it extra bright. And she also put that on her brow bone. She said generously, so I'm just gonna go for it. Her eyebrows are definitely shaped thinner than mine. I have some thick eyebrows, and she uses a dark brown brow gel. I don't have a dark brown brow gel or any sort of brow gel. I just have a black brow pencil. It's a 3-in-1 pencil, so it's like it's got a pencil and a puff type thing and a brush on gel at the bottom. I am not using the gel. I tried that once. It was a mistake. So because her brows are thinner than mine, she's able to shape them a bit more like Hela's. I don't really have that luxury, so I'm just going to shape them my brows how I would normally shape them, and just try to get them as dark as possible so they're not, you know, dark blonde while I'm wearing a black wig. And I am brushing them out with just a spoolie brush. The end where they meet the eyeshadow. Okay. I'm going to come back to the eyeshadow and bring it closer to the end of my brows, or the tail, so that they are definitely touching. Okay, now she's doing eyeliner. She does put contacts in, but I don't wear contacts because I don't like the idea of putting stuff on my eyeball. So I'm going to take the Colourpop Cream Gel Liner Pencil in Swerve, and I'm going to, let's see, she's doing her lower waterline, so I'm going to do that. So when she says wing, I think with, or at least I do, when most people think of, when they think of a wing, they think of like the cat eye where it's like going out here. What she does is she just like keeps it like on the outer part of her eyelid and just makes it super thick and wing-like. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh, and I'm using the NYX Epic Ink liquid liner in black. I know you might be like, well duh, of course it's going to be black Opal, but hey, this does come in brown. So watch yourself. I hadn't meant to drag it out like that. Shit. I don't know what happened to the tip of my liner brush. But it seems to have gotten a little screwed up. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm not mad about that. Only problem is now I have to mimic this on this side. They are so uneven. And that is simply how they will stay. Yeah, next time I am absolutely not dragging it out. I'm just going to keep it thick up in the inner corner. I'm not even going to try to do a wing shape. Generous amount, you say? For mascara, I'm using the NYX On The Rise. I don't think I've ever put that much mascara on my bottom lashes. Okay, lips, without a doubt, is going to be hardest. Did I leave? I left the lipstick up there. Shit. Okay, lips, without a doubt, is going to be the hardest. Because I don't have a bunch of nude lip liner pencils to use. So I'm really just going to be using this, excuse me, this Bite Beauty lip crayon. I think the name is Glace. But it looks like this. So let's see if I can follow what she does. My Cupid's bow is very defined, so we're just going to fix that. And I'm really just going to follow my natural lips. Oh, that's not bad. I think it might be a little bit pink. I'm going to see if I have a lighter nude. It's not much lighter, but I'm going to try going in with this tiny little sample size tube of NARS lipstick. And I have no idea what the shade is. I can't read that. See if it's any lighter. It is a bit lighter. Not by much, but it's less pink. Okay, I like this combo. The Bite Beauty lip crayon and the NARS lipstick that I kept purely for cosplay. And I know that now she's done with the makeup in her video, so now I'm going to do something a little different than what she did, and I'm going to go into my Ofra Cosmetics NikkieTutorials collaboration palette and take Glazed Donut. Can you tell I've used this shade a lot? I'm trying to cover the mirror so that the ring light doesn't flash you guys. But I'm going to take this on my usual highlight brush. I'm just going to pick up a little bit of it, and I'm going to go over my inner corner area to make it a bit brighter. Just very lightly. And also on my brow bone and down the center of my nose and the tip. I'm gonna put some on my cheekbones. Actually, for that, I'm going to go into my normal highlighter brush and just brush this on in my forehead a little bit, and my chin, and my upper lip, very lightly, because it is a very strong highlighter, and lightly on my jaw as well. And now for something a little bit more different, I'm going to go into my Kat Von D Alchemist highlight palette, and I'm going to take Emerald on the same small brush, and I'm going to tap this on the center of the black. The black eyeshadow, I mean. So it's still black, but it's got like a bit of a green sheen to it. Oof, that looks so cool. Ooh, I'm glad I did that. Let's see, I don't have a brown pencil. Ooh, but you know what I can do? Is take this little smudger brush, tap it once into that dark eyeshadow in the e.l.f. palette, and just tap it on, maybe? That kind of worked, yeah. Don't know if I'll do it at the con, because once I eat, then it's going to go away, but it is easier. This would be pretty easy to carry around in my little makeup bag. Should do anything else. I don't have anything for my nasal labial folds, unfortunately. I can't sit in the costume. I'm so uncomfortable right now. I cannot sit correctly in this costume without choking. But I look like a completely different person, which is the point. I think the contour does need to be blended out a bit more, just all over in general. But I think for a first go, it's pretty damn good if I say so myself, and I do say so. I am totally using the wig to hide my bra straps. But I'm going to end this here because I'm very uncomfortable and I've only got 20 minutes of memory card left. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you want to see more stuff like this. Make sure you check me out on my Instagram, Tumblr, and Twitter. I am most active on my Instagram and my Tumblr. I will also link you to Fan Expo's website if you want to check that out, see what guests are coming. And if you see me at the con, feel free to say hi. I promise I won't sound or look like this if I'm standing. If I'm sitting, that might be a completely different story. God, I might have to unzip this a bit while sitting. Oof! But God, I love how this looks. This looks so dope. Oh, I hope the helmet works out, because that's going to be even better. If I remember, I will also link you to my business/school Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, so you can check me out there and possibly book an appointment with me so I can treat your face. I'm Opal Sapphire, and I will see you in whatever video comes out next. Bye!